Yo, what's up guys, it's Ice here. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to play Evil Furnace Graveyard, which is simply one of the best decks in the game right now, even after the Furnace nerf. And I'll be playing some of my live games in Trophy World with this deck. So as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section on what you want to see in the future videos, and we will hop into our first game. So the most important thing that you need to consider while playing this deck is to cycle your furnaces to an Evil Furnace, because the Evil Furnace is actually the main issue in the game right now. It's like the most broken evolution as of now, I think. So our opponent went for Dark Goblin plus Fire Spirit on the other lane, so we could go for a Berserker to defend that. We can go for a Goblin Head for that Hog Rider. We can go for a Bar Barrel to snipe the Firecracker behind it, and go for an Ice Spirit as well, because we don't have cannon near tower. If we didn't go for an Ice Spirit, I think the Hog Rider could have got a hit. So if I had to spot one big difference between normal Splashyard and this Evil Furnace Graveyard, it would be having two ground troops, the Berserker and the Knight, while in just normal Splashyard you would just have the Knight as your only ground tank. And Berserker really helps you out in those easy defenses, and also it's a very good DPS card to just snipe down like easy swarm troops and also heavy troops like the Mega Knight. We can go for a Knight here for the Mega Knight here, and we have the Furnace to spawn fire spirits and also snipe the Mega Knight down here. So it's gonna be very good defense. The Mega Knight does not jump on top of that. That was a very bad Tesla, so our Spirit Goblin will actually hit the tower and the Tesla will go inside the ground. And because the Furnace has a super long range right there, we could just get a very nice damage on the right side. It's already down to 23. We can get the Evil Knight down for this Hog Rider plus Dark Goblin as well. And the Berserker will get a few hits on the right tower as well. It gets 2 hits. And also Berserker, it doesn't only have a high attack speed, it also has a pretty good damage as well. So if your opponent just ignores a Berserker straight on your tower, then it's gonna do at least like 500 damage on the tower. So yeah, we can get a Berserker plus Ice Spirit right here. We can get a Bar Barrel straight away for the Firecracker, only allowing 1 shot on the Berserker, which was kind of inevitable. But yeah, it's fine. He goes for a Dark Goblin at the back as well. We can just go for a Furnace on the other lane. There's actually no need to go for a quick Graveyard on the tower, because we are actually in a pretty good damage lead. And also we can just go for an Ice Spirit plus Graveyard on the right side now, because he doesn't have Dark Goblin cycle. No Swarm, so we can just go for a Poison to predict something on the tower as well. And he had to block the Ice Spear from connecting to the tower, because that will freeze the tower and the Graveyard could do a lot of damage on the tower as well. We can pre-Goblin Hut here because it pulls the Hog Rider, because it is a defensive building that spawns goblins. And we can get a Graveyard plus Bar Barrel down, try to snipe the Tesla down, and also tank for the Graveyard. And we can get a Poison down to take the tower. Very nice win, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game, we're up against this guy. We can go for a Furnace at the back. It's always just best to go for Furnace at the back first play whenever you have it, or just go for Knight first play at the back. It's actually different from normal Splashyard because you have a Berserker and you have a Knight, so there's not really a pressure for you to save your Knight, because Knight is your only ground card. So our opponent has a very classic Royal Giant deck here with the Evil Hunter and the Fisherman. He will probably have the Monk, or else he would have the Ghost, which is going to be better for us if he has the Ghost, because we have 2 ground tanks, the Berserker and the Knight. But he will probably have the Monk, but it's going to be also fine if he has the Monk as well. So we can go for a Furnace at the back here as well, try to cycle to an evil one. Yeah, he goes for a Monk at the back. So yeah, we can go for a Berserker on the same lane as the Monk here, I think. No, actually, we can go for a Goblin Hut at the middle to try to predict. He is probably going for RG at the bridge here. So yeah, we can go for a Knight on top of the RG. And we can go for an Ice Spear to kind of stop it. And we can go for a Berserker on top of the RG. That will probably get 1 hit on the tower maximum. Yeah, that's going to be only 1 hit. But look at the right side tower, guys. So he had to go for a Monk plus RG. And he had to go for Fireball and defense as well. So he spent a total, like, tons of elixir on defending and also attacking at the same time. But our furnace on the right side, it was a normal furnace, by the way, and it just dealt like over 1,000 damage with only the fire spirits that it spawned. So yeah, just like simply one furnace on the opposite lane just creates that much pressure on the tower. So yeah, we can go for Evil Furnace on the right side here, and we can go for a Graveyard plus Bar Barrel, trying to snipe that Hunter down. He will probably pop the ability, and very nice. And we, our Bar Barrel does take out the Hunter as well. We can go for Evil Knight, trying to force out the log. Yeah, he does go for a log here. So now if we go for a Furnace on the back, then he can't kill the Furnace right away because he has Fireball as his big spell, meaning that the Furnace doesn't die to Fireball. It only dies to Lightning. If you want to kill the Furnace with the Fireball, you need a log as well. So we can go for a Barbarian here, try to pull the Monk back so that the RG comes in front. Very nice here, right there. And he also wasted the Monk ability. Look at that, guys. So versus Monk RG, it's just best to try to pull the Monk backwards so that you can target the RG first before the Monk reaches your tower and reflects everything, like the Spear Gobs, your tower and everything. So we can go for a Bar Barrel for that Evil Hunter. We will allow some hits from the RG, but it's going to be totally fine because we are in a very, very good damage lead. We can go for a Knight here so that the Evil Hunter traps the Knight, but it doesn't get the maximum damage so that it doesn't kill the Knight after all. We can go for a Berserker plus Knight at the bridge. Hopefully this takes the tower. It does take the tower, guys. Very nice win, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game here, against Glory, we do not have the Furnace in our first hand. And our opponent just goes for Hog Rider plus Firecracker first play. What a genius, guys. But we can go for a Berserker here. So versus Hog Rider as well, even if we don't have NATO in this deck, Berserker plus Ice Spirit actually just gets one hit from the Hog Rider, and we have a building, the Goblin Hut, and we can just place that in the anti-EQ spot as well. So versus Hog decks, I think the number one thing that you need to consider is try to keep track of your opponent's Evil Firecracker cycle, because they will try to snipe your troops, try to defend the Hog Rider. Wait, he has an E-Giant too. We can go for a Knight plus Graveyard on the other lane because he spent 8 Elixir. Wait, he has Bats too. No, that's going to be a free defense for him. But yeah, it's going to be fine. The Firecracker will kill our Furnace, unfortunately. But the Spear Gobs from the Goblin Hut will take care of that pretty much. And we can go for Ice Spirit on the Bats. We can go for Berserker on top of the Hog Rider. We will get 2 hits, I think. Yeah, we do get 2 hits, but it's not the end of the world. We already got a lot of damage on the left side. Hopefully he doesn't have NATO in his deck, because that would have been a free King Tower activation. But he has E-Giant and Hog, so it was pretty much very unlikely that he had NATO. So yeah, so he has arrows as his spell. We can go for a Furnace at the back here on the left side, try to just create the tension, the pressure on the left side on itself, even if he goes for an attack on the right side. The Fire Spirits will connect. The Fire Spirit actually just deals almost the equal damage as a Fireball, which is actually crazy. The Evil Firecracker just dies for the poison, which is pretty good. We can get a Goblin Hut down. He could actually go for a Hog Rider. In that case, we can go for a Berserker too. Yeah, we can go for a Berserker on top of the Hog Rider. It's fine to get few hits because we already got a lot of damage on the right side. So like 2 to 3 hits, it's gonna be fine. We get 3 hits. So we are in the same lane as him right now, so it's gonna be fine. We can go for a Poison here. He does have Evil Skeletons, but we do have a Poison down, so it's not gonna be a big issue. And even if the Evil Skeletons survive the Poison, we have a Bar Barrel to snipe the whole thing with the Firecracker as well. We can go for a Goblin Hut for a defense of the Hog Rider. Very nice. The tower is already down to 950, and he went for arrows as well, so we can go for a Knight plus Graveyard on the right side, on the left side, sorry. Berserker plus Ice Spear to freeze the E-Giant so that the Berserker just DPSs the E-Giant very quickly. It's already below half the HP. And we can go for a Poison to kill that Firecracker and also take the tower on the left side. And we only have 9 seconds left in the clock, so it's gonna be a good game, guys. Very nice win, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game, you're up against Kubaj 520. We don't have the Evil Furnace, the Furnace in cycle, but yeah, okay, he goes for Dark Goblin at the bridge first play. We can go for a Knight to snipe that Dark Goblin. We have our Furnace in cycle now. Okay, he does go for Goblin Gang plus Firecracker, so we can just go for an pretty much very easy poison on the tower to clear out those Goblin Gang plus Firecracker. We don't really need an early King Tower activation. It is nice to get one, but it's just best to get that early nice poison value on the tower. And we can go for a Furnace on the back. He does have a Hog Rider as well, so we can go for a Berserker plus Ice Spirit. And as I told you guys earlier in the video, this only gets one hit because the Berserker has a super attack speed. We can go for a Graveyard on the right side, and he does go for a Mega Knight. So we can go for a Knight at the middle to try to kite the Dark Goblin and also kill the Mega Knight as well. He does go for Firecracker. We do have to go for a defensive Barb Barrel here. Go for a Berserker because the Barb Barrel is going to come late. And yeah, okay, so he does go for a Skeleton Barrel as well. The Princess Tower is thankfully on the Firecracker Tower. We can get for an Ice Spear late so that it kills majority of the skeletons from the Skeleton Barrel. And we are already in a very fine lead here. The tower is already down to 813. So we just need one good Graveyard push and it's going to be tower down. We can get a Goblin Hut down for this Hog Rider. We can get a Barb Barrel down. The Barb Barrel will kill the Dark Goblin instantly because he has his Dark Goblin at level 14. And the Fire Spirit is going to clear out their Goblin Gang. The splash radius of the Fire Spirit is just it's just crazy, guys. And we don't need a Graveyard here. We just need the poison will not be enough, but we can go for a Knight here to try to make that Furnace live as long as possible. He does prefer arrows as well. Get a Barb Barrel down for the Firecracker. And we can try to create a double lane pressure here with the Evil Knight plus Fire Spear on the other lane and Berserker plus Graveyard on the other lane as well. We can get a poison down that will not take the tower, but it still took out the Dark Goblin, which is gonna be very good. We can get a Furnace down on the other lane, and will have to go for a Hog Rider here. So yeah, we can go for a Goblin Hut to kite the Hog Rider to the Goblin Hut, and we can get a Barb Barrel down for the Skeleton Barrel. Knight plus Graveyard. The Spear Gob will take out the right side tower. Maybe we can get a 2-crown here as well. Very nice win, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, in the next game here, we don't have Knight or Furnace in our first card, but we can go for a Berserker at the back. It's gonna be perfectly fine. We can get a Barb Barrel down for this Goblin Barrel. And also, guys, having Evil Furnace and also Berserker in a Graveyard deck helps much better versus Logbait. So for any of you guys who just commented in my channel saying that I struggle a lot versus Logbait, I don't know what to do versus Logbait, especially because we had Cannoneer and also we didn't have NATO. We only had like Ice Wizard. We only had a Barb Barrel for the perfect answer to a Goblin Barrel. This is the deck that you could use versus Logbait. This has a matchup versus majority of the Logbait decks. Probably not the Evil Valkyrie no spell Logbait deck, but that deck is no longer meta. So yeah, so we do snipe the Skeleton armies successfully with the poison. Get an Ice Spirit down for the Electro Wizard to get a perfect defense. So yeah, we can get a Furnace down, and that's gonna just perfectly defend the Miner. And the reason why we went for an early Graveyard and single Elixir here is because he went for a very aggressive Fireball, and the first push was pretty much aggressive, so we could go for a counter attack because we had plenty of troops to support the Graveyard as well. So he does go for a Mega Knight, Evil Mega Knight at the bridge. We will have to go for a Goblin Barb Barrel, but he does have the Goblin Barrel, but the Knight plus Berserker plus Furnace will just immediately take out the whole thing. So it's gonna be this Graveyard push is gonna be scary here. Yeah, he does go for Fireball as well. Wait, he missed the Furnace. We can go for Graveyard here. He doesn't have Elixir, I think. Yeah, he does go for Miner at the back. I think that's a sign that he just gave up. Maybe not. Yeah, he gave up, guys. We can go for Berserker Ice Spirit to take the 3-count. Very nice win, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you want to see in the future videos or any suggestions that you want to give myself or the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.